Brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Iggy Azalea. Amethyst Amelia Kelly, known professionally as Iggy Azalea, is an Australian rapper. Born in Sydney and raised in Mullumbimby, Azalea moved to the United States at the age of 16 to pursue a career in hip-hop music, residing in the southern part of the country. She earned public recognition after releasing music videos for her songs, Poo Dollar Dollar Hawaii and 2 Times. On YouTube, she signed a recording contract with American rapper T.I.'s Grand Hustle Records imprint in 2012, after gaining attention from her first full-length project, a mixtape titled Ignorant Art. Azalea's debut studio album, The New Classic, peaked among the top 5 of several charts worldwide, and received generally mixed reviews. It topped the Billboard Top R&B, hip-hop albums, making Azalea the first non-American female rapper to reach the summit of the chart. The album was preceded by her debut single, Work, and generated the US Billboard Hot 100 chart-topping single, Fancy. Additionally, she was featured on Ariana Grande's single, Problem, which peaked at number 2 while Fancy was number 1. Azalea joined the Beatles as the only acts to rank at numbers 1 and 2 simultaneously with their first 2 Hot 100 entries. She also went on to achieve 3 top 10 hits simultaneously on the Hot 100 with the aforementioned songs, along with the 5th single from the album, Black Widow, later that year. Azalea's second studio album, Digital Distortion, is due in 2017. Its lead single, Team, was released on the 18th of March 2016. Early life. Amethyst Amelia Kelly was born in Sydney and brought up in Mullumbimby, New South Wales. Her father, Brendan Kelly, was a European-Australian painter and comic artist, while her mother, Tanya, cleaned holiday houses and hotels. Azalea lived in a house that her father built by hand, from mud bricks, surrounded by land. According to Azalea, she has some Aboriginal ancestry. "My family came to Australia on the First Fleet. My family's been in that country for a long time. Over 100 years. If your family's lived in Australia for a long time, everyone has a little bit of Aborigine blood. I know my family does, because we have an eye condition that only Aboriginal people have." Azalea has also said that her father made her look at art as a teenager, which has always influenced her life and work. She began rapping at age 14. Before embarking on a solo career, Azalea formed a group with 2 other girls from her neighborhood. "I was like, I could be the rapper. This could be like TLC. I'll be Left Eye." Azalea eventually decided to disband the group because the other girls weren't taking it seriously. "I take everything I do serious, sick. I'm too competitive." In pursuit of her desire to move to America, Azalea dropped out of high school. She worked and saved the money she earned by cleaning hotel rooms and holiday houses with her mother. She claims to have hated school, which, apart from art class, only made her miserable. She also said she had no friends and was teased for her homemade outfits. Azalea traveled to the United States in 2006, shortly before she turned 16. She told her parents she was going on a holiday with a friend, but eventually decided to stay and shortly afterwards told them she was not coming back home. "I was drawn to America because I felt like an outsider in my own country. I was in love with hip-hop, and America is the birthplace of that, so I figured the closer I was to the music, the happier I'd be. I was right." She recalled, "My mum was crying, saying, 'Just be safe.' I was thinking, I'm going by myself. I'm fucking crazy." After her arrival in the US, she received her GED, and resided in the country on a visa waiver for 6 years, returning to Australia every 3 months to renew it. Azalea worked in the US illegally until February 2013 when she was granted a 5-year O visa. 2006-2011, career beginnings in the US. When she first arrived in the United States in 2006, she stayed in Miami, Florida, and afterwards lived briefly in Houston, Texas. Azalea settled for a few years in Atlanta, Georgia, working with a member of the Dungeon family named Backbone. During the period, she met future collaborators FKI and Natalie Sims. She took her stage name from the name of her childhood dog, Iggy, and the street she grew up on, Azalea Street, where her family lives to this day. She said people would laugh at her, because they thought my raps sucked. But having grown up getting laughed at, she was able to shrug it off. Meanwhile, she'd met someone from Interscope Records who encouraged her to move to Los Angeles, and so in the summer of 2010, she decided to do so. She was briefly managed by Interscope. On the 27th of September 2011, Azalea released her first full-length project, a mixtape titled Ignorant Art, saying she made it with the intent to make people question and redefine old ideals. Her song, Pooh Dollar Dollar Why, was included on the mixtape, and features guest appearances from YG, Joe Moses, Chevy Jones, and Problem. In November 2011, she released a music video for her song, My World, directed by Alex Two-Tone. The video features a cameo appearance from character actor and former wrestler Tiny Lister, which earned her more attention due to its rising popularity online. It's supposed to have all the ridiculousness of a big-budget 90s video, but then chopped and screwed, said Azalea of the video. In December 2011, Azalea revealed she would release her debut studio album, entitled The New Classic, as soon as she signed a major record label deal. Once that's sorted out, and I establish an overall sound and direction for the album, I will be able to know what artists would make for a dynamic collaboration. On the 11th of January 2012, Azalea released the music video for The Last Song, her third video from Ignorant Art. In an interview with Billboard, released on the 27th of January, Azalea hinted at an Interscope Records signing, while also revealing hopes of releasing the new classic in June, and for her debut single to precede it in March. Thank you for watching. Brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Please like and subscribe below. Please like and subscribe below.